Hello, my name is Trudi and I'm from East Hertfordshire Family Centre Service. Today we're going to talk again about going to school. Starting school for the first time, transitioning from preschool to nursery school or nursery school into reception. Now there's been lots to think about over the holidays and I bet you've been really busy doing lots of lovely things. But it's getting closer now to returning to school. I've got lots of information here, so I'm going to have a look at my information from time to time. I'm going to repeat some of the things that we spoke about earlier on in the beginning of the summer holidays. One of the things we said was to talk to your children about starting school. Sometimes they don't want to talk about it, they're too busy playing and having fun, maybe watching their favourite TV programme or in the middle of a really big Lego build, so that might not be the best time. Find some opportunities to discuss going to school, like maybe at meal times, maybe at bath time. Sometimes when you're actually sitting down doing a puzzle with them or actually playing Lego with them. That would be a good time to start talking. You could build a school, make school gates or something like that. So, preparation for going to school, you've probably already started that. If they can be involved in the preparation, this will really help. If they can go with you to the shops to buy their new lunchbox or their water bottle, or go with you to get their school uniform, that will really help. Talk about things that are going to happen when they're in school through their school day. And if you're not too sure about the routines, you've probably got a little booklet, or you can look on the website of the school and check out their school policies and their routines for the day. Transitions may be a little bit different at the moment because we're still trying to keep safe. So have a little look and find out what's going in your school. Each school will be very different. Now think about routines. You've probably been a little bit all over the place with routines. Maybe you've had days out, days in front of the TV if it's been raining, all those kind of things. But now it might be time to thinking about a good bedtime routine because the children are going to need a good night's sleep before they go to bed. So start that a bit earlier rather than the night before they go to school. And the same with getting up for breakfast. See if you can start that getting up routine, having breakfast, getting washed and dressed in whatever routine you like to do in the morning. Get that established well before you start school. So meal times. Have you been practicing sitting down and eating together? That will really help. Practice using cutlery with them, possibly carrying a plate to the kitchen because they are going to have to carry their plates when they're in the dining hall if they're having lunches. Opening packed lunch boxes and shutting them again, making sure lids are on bottles nice and tight, all that kind of thing. Now, for children that have special educational needs, we did talk about this in our previous one, but it could be that they only eat certain types of food. Make sure that your school know about this before they start. If they're having a packed lunch and they only eat certain types of foods, put a label inside the box, possibly with their picture on, saying the types of foods they like to eat. You can say, we only eat beige foods at the moment, but we are practicing eating other foods at home. You might see some new foods in here very soon. It's important that the lunchtime supervisors know about this because they will be looking after your children during the lunchtime period. Now, getting dressed. Practice getting dressed, putting on trousers, dresses, doing up buttons, zips and putting on coats because the weather will be getting a little bit cooler. Good to practice all those things well before they start school. Now, using the toilet. How are they at using the toilet? Are they independent? Can they manage to go to the toilet, pull down their trousers, pants and sit on the toilet without support? See if you can practice this a little bit with them. Now, the sign for toilet is this. Make sure that if they're not very good at asking for the toilet, they can use the sign. Make sure the teacher knows that they use the sign for the toilet as well. So, good toilet routines are good to practice as well. Now, if they do have very few words and use sign, make sure that the signs are known to their teacher. All the signs that they need to get some help. It could be that they're hungry. It could be that they're feeling a bit sad. It could be that they're tired and need to sleep. or again, they need to use the toilet. Could be very happy as well that they're in school. That would be really good, wouldn't it? Now, for some children, a new, fresh uniform can feel a bit stiff and starchy. These trousers are new and they're all stiff and they don't smell like home. So if you've got a child who really likes to have softer clothes and smelling like home, give the uniform a couple of washes so that they smell like the soap that you usually use and smell like home. If they have labels in that are a bit scratchy, take them out. You can get the iron-in labels for their names. That's one of the things that they can watch you do in your preparation. I know my grandson really loved to watch his names being ironed in and have ownership over his uniforms. Now, have you been walking past the school a few times? If you haven't, it might be a good idea to do that. So walk past the school, do your route to school, and show them the gate that they will be going into. Explain to them that it could be lots and lots of people there. We're doing lots of lining up before we go in at the moment, and there are going to be some very big people, and it's going to be a bit noisy, and there's going to be lots of cars, so you may need to talk about that a little bit with them. It can be quite intimidating going into school for the first time and a bit scary, and they're going to ask you lots and lots of things. Children aren't always very good at knowing how to express their feelings or the words for their feelings, so you could help them to learn these. So if they are feeling a bit sad or a little bit worried, talk about that with them. And it could be that they ask the same question again and again and again, because they need to make sense of it and they need to be reassured by you that everything's going to be okay. So, it's not unusual for parents to be anxious about going to school as well as the children. I'm sure it's going to be okay. Get prepared, take a deep breath, let them go into school, give them a cheery wave goodbye, even if you're feeling a little bit anxious yourself. It'll be okay. Now, we will have some information that you can look at on our website and on our Facebook pages. It's time for me to go now. I hope this information has been useful and can always look back on the first transition session we did. Bye for now. Bye-bye.